Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. This social media personality has been on social media flaunting his medical records, saying that he is going to provide his audience with his HIV positive records. He has since decided not to, citing that his daughters, the ones that he never supported, he was you would call it a deadbeat dad here in America. He was an absentee father when they were growing up, but he is claiming that his daughters asked him not to put up his medical records, but he is before the court for several criminal matters, and he has accused many of having the HIV/AIDS virus. He has accused John Fleming. He has put David Ellis on his page as being a deviant. He has accused softly Mark Thompson as being a deviant. He is all over his page talking about who is bipolar, who is not bipolar, but he forgets to talk about the fact that he came from murder. His father murdered his mother, and his father tried to kill him. He is like an invasive now species in Barbados, but I thought that someone was trying to out him because he is seen here with a trans guy, and I thought that, oh, someone put him up, but the person said no, he's trying to come out. Patrick King is trying to come out. He's a staunch Seventh Day Adventist, yet he finds all of his free time when he's not in the church or when he's not online maligning people, and he wants people to be brought to justice for maligning people. The same thing he does, but he does it in a lied way. He comes out, he is what I call a pathological liar, okay? And his place, other than the Seventh Day Adventist church, is the bars in Nelson Street, and everyone knows that Nelson Street is where the pimps and the prostitutes hang out, and they're saying that he actually outed himself. He actually put himself up, and here is an ex-lover. He's wearing like a dress kind of shirt. You know, sometimes you will wear leggings with something like this. He's Dennis Lowe, since died from the HIV/AIDS virus, but he is outing himself. I personally think that Patrick King wants to come clean. I think he wants to let you know that he goes both ways, like he was accusing Mark Thompson of, being ACDC, whatever. I think he wants you to know he's talking about himself. He is talking about himself, okay? So here he is, a product of a murderer, a product of a mother and father who were institutionalized, but he would talk about others, but he would talk about himself. He came from trauma. He came from the trauma that it is amazing that he survived it, because he was thrown out on the street after the father killed the mother. The father, took aim at him, but Patrick King survived it. He was raised in a children's home in Barbados, and he's actually his father's son. Patrick King is his father's son, because other people have accused Patrick King of causing death in their family. He didn't do it, but he was involved with the people who died. So that's why I call him an invasive species, okay? An invasive species. But yeah, he wanted to put his medical records online, on Facebook. He says that the daughters that he didn't support, he didn't, bat an eye to when they were young and needed a male. Well, I don't know if that would be a good male image, but girls need their dads, but he was not there. But yet he cites them when he's saying things on Facebook. Oh, I have 3 daughters, but word is he never supported them. Okay, he never supported them. And here he is with a trans person here, and like I said, I was thinking that someone was putting him up. He did it on his own page on IG, and people are saying he's ready to come out. Patrick King is ready to come out, especially since Dennis Lowe, who was his, partner. Dennis Lowe and him were partners. Since Dennis Lowe has since died from the HIV/AIDS virus, they're thinking that Patrick is thinking, yeah, it's time for me to stop deflecting. Stop deflecting. Know that mental illness does run in the King family. And what is better? What is better? Being bipolar or being a murderer? Coming from a murder, having a murderous type family, DNA running through your blood, and not only a murderer, someone who also was institutionalized at the same place he's talking about. Everything he talks about stems from what is going on inside of him, stems from his DNA, stems from his experience. Everything he talks about, when he talked about John Fleming having AIDS and spreading it, everything, Patrick King, he is a social media personality. Everything he talks about stems from himself. It's a dark, dark place he has there, a dark beginning, a traumatic beginning, and it's not going to, I can't see it changing. He is who he is, an invasive species, someone who came from murder, someone who came from mental health problems, someone who came from lies, deceit, someone who comes from the lowest that humanity has to divvy up to itself, the lowest denominator. That's where he emerged from. He emerged from being thrown in the gutter. He emerged from being thrown in the gutter and being raised at a school, at a institution, a children's institution in Barbados. He was raised seeing chickens as partners. A chicken. Yep. They had to save the chickens from Patrick, allegedly that they had to, keep the chickens alive because Patrick saw them as something as being attractive in a way, allegedly. So yeah, here he is with his trans, they're saying that he's dead in a trance. That's what is being said. And then when I asked, is it a real photo? Is this a real photo? I said, yeah, he actually put it in his page. Patrick King is ready to come out. Patrick King is ready to come out. Patrick King is ready to put his medical records on Facebook like he promised. No deflecting, no fraud, no erasure and putting someone else's name on your records. Show people what you promised to show them. Show people what you promised to show them. Okay? Patrick King is ready to come out. Are you ready for him? Are you ready for Patrick King? What is his church saying? What is the Seventh Day Adventist church saying about this devout Seventh Day Adventist who hangs out in Nelson Street and date trans people? What is the church saying about this? This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.